The following stream contains mature language and themes. Subjects that may be disturbing to some individuals will arise. Viewer discretion is advised. One. Good evening. Welcome to the Onyx Path Twitch channel. We are Haunted Chronicles, and tonight we are starting our first chapter in the Chronicle Stuffed. I am Tamshu, the roving DM, and I will be the storyteller for this evening. And we have a wonderful group of players around the table, and I'm going to ask them to just draw lots and introduce themselves as they see fit.
What's going on, guys? I'm Zam, and tonight I'll be playing Alexander Bilkins.
I am Cirque Panda, and I'll be playing Penelope. I said I'd mess up. Penelope Schmoles.
Hey, I'm Evie, and I will be playing Rebecca Theron.
Hey, I'm Sam. I will be playing Eddie Stevens.
And I'm Universal Solvent. I'll be playing as Anthony Reed.
My name is Moira, and I will be playing Harley Phillips.
All right, now I know what order to kill everybody in because it'll be the order they spoke in, so it's great.
Oh, damn it.
I planned it.
That's why you're all waiting to speak first, huh?
If you've sat at my table before, you know what to watch out for. Never
Ready to
volunteer for
die.
anything. Never volunteer for anything. All right. I would also like to mention our group. We stream on another channel as well, which is McStabber Studios. That is where we run the Black Death Chronicle on Tuesdays. We also have a 7th Sea Chronicle that we run on the last Tuesday of the month. We just wrapped up a Vampire the Masquerade first season over there, Windy City After Dark, or Windy City at Night. I'm doing it already. I'm messing up now. See, you passed the curse on. And we will be shortly, I will say soon and shortly, bringing back season 2 of Wraith Life Derailed. So I hope you will consider hopping over there. And on Saturdays, we have a Dungeon and Dragons Viking themed game called Ishvale. So hopefully we can see you over there at some point as well. All right, everybody ready to start for this evening?
They're really ready.
Yes, sir.
All right. It's been a rough year. We're at the end of 2020. School, last day, about to let out for Christmas break. So it's getting towards evening a little bit. You're in Chicago on the south side. It's a bit cold. Haven't really had a whole lot of snow yet, but it's been cold and rainy and a little bit of the white fluffy stuff landing on the ground. And it's closing time. The bell rings and school is out. Those of you who are students, what's happening for you right now?
Right now, I'm heading out of my classes. I'm getting ready to head off to the dojo to train because it's the end of the year. I don't have any more homework to worry about.
All right. Penelope, you aren't exactly the school going type, right? What are you up to?
I'll be sat at my desk, probably just chatting to people online, trying to work out where I can next get a video idea, what I'm going to post over the winter. It's too cold to go outside, so.
Okay. Very good. How about our teachers? What's going on?
I've got 24 hours to get these grades posted on the website. I'm just finishing up the last few papers here before I
Okay.
head home for the evening.
All right. Have you made plans for your dog to be taken care of?
I wasn't expecting to be here this late, but one of the papers took a long time. It always takes a long time when they're on the cusp of failing and I have to pay extra attention to these papers. So I called some neighbors of mine to watch Sydney while I finish up these grades.
Very good. How about our school counselor? What's she up to?
Yes, Harley is sighing the biggest sigh of relief right now. This is her first semester interning as a school counselor after recently graduating. So she's, before heading back to her apartment that she's renting, going over just some overall reports on performance for the year with her mentor. Her assigned mentor, not her preferred mentor.
All right. Rebecca, what's it like for a cop on the beat on a day like today?
Oh gosh, right now I'm just sat in my car, kind of mindlessly scrolling through open warrants, different things in the database. There's some very bad information that got put in that I'm gonna have to scold somebody for, which isn't great. But aside from that, just watching the snowfall and looking out for wrongdoers to give warnings to.
Speaking of wrongdoers and people who probably drive erratically, Eddie, what's going on for you right now?
Well, now what time of day did you say it was?
It's going to be probably about 3:30 afternoon at this
Oh,
point.
okay. Oh, no big deal. Eddie works evening shifts at work, so it'll be another hour before he leaves. Right now, he's probably sat in his apartment, tapping away at his laptop, trying to write next chapter of his story.
All right. So you hop the bus home, Anthony. It's kind of a quiet ride. Yeah, right. Everybody's like screaming and yelling and jumping around. You've probably gotten hit with 3 or 4 cups as people are just throwing things at each other. But the bus eventually pulls in about a block from where you live. So hop off. You're making your way down the street, and up ahead you see Mr. Hemaker. He's pacing, walking around. He looks, you don't really see this man look confused very much. He's an older man. He's in his mid-80s, but sharp as a tack. But he looks very worried.
Sir?
Oh, Anthony, young Anthony. Yes. Um, I think I left my wife's present on the bus.
Oh, which bus?
It's the one I take home. It left about 20 minutes ago. I'm just.
Well, if it's heading down to the end of the line, I can hop on and see if maybe it showed up down at the bus station.
But you're a young man. You've got things to do. I don't
Oh,
want to trouble you with that.
no. School just got out. It's fine. I'll be a bit behind schedule, but it's not like I have anything important anyway. I'll take care of this for you. Besides, I gotta take care of you. You're a good guy.
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a 20 and places it into your hand.
Oh no.
Don't argue with me. You're doing me a favor.
Yes, sir. Thanks. Just don't worry about it too much. I'll be back in a little while, and we'll make sure that your wife gets her present. All right?
Puts his hand on your shoulders and thank you, Tony. Thank you so much.
Anytime. Don't worry about it.
And he sits down on the front stoop, pulls his coat tight around him.
I suppose I'll get in line for the next bus.
All right. Soon enough, this time of day, one comes by. Oh! It's a set of kitchen knives.
Right, a set of kitchen knives. Thanks. Gonna need that information. I hop onto the bus, and I'll ask the driver. I don't know if you can radio ahead at all, and I'm sorry to bother you, but Mr. Hemiker just lost a gift for his wife. It's headed down the road on one of the last buses.
Hemiker? Donald Hemiker?
Yeah.
He picks up the mic immediately, calls into dispatch. Do you know which bus he was on?
It would have had to been one just a couple before.
All right. So he calls in, checks to see which bus that would probably be, and tells him to ask the driver. What was it?
It's a set of knives for his wife.
Okay. It's a package. Is it wrapped?
It's a gift, so I'd guess it would be.
It's a gift. It may be wrapped. It may not. It's a set of knives. Set of knives.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. That's Billy's. All right. Yeah. Have a seat. We're gonna go on. The driver of that bus, he's got a loop around, and we're gonna cross his path. So he's gonna stop at that point, and you can jump off and take a look.
Yes, sir. Thank you, driver.
Yeah. Anything for Donald. A good man.
Absolutely right.
The bus drives on a ways down the road. You intersect with the other bus.
I hop off and I'll go speak to the other driver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to pick up that package for Mr. Hemiker, his wife's present.
I didn't see anything. There were a couple of kids on earlier with a backpack. I mean, I don't know, but you're welcome to go back and take a look.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, in case I don't find anything, did you see what stop they got off on?
It was a couple back, but young man, these aren't the kind of guys I think you're going to want to mess with.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not going to let them take the gift of Mr. Hemiker's wife. That's not going to happen. I mean, how bad could it be?
Donald Hemiker?
Yeah.
Oh, man. And he stands up and turns around and, does anybody have, what is it?
A set of knives. It's a gift.
I don't think I'm going to yell that across the bus.
Yeah, it's probably best you don't. I'll walk through and ask him, but do you know the name of any of the kids, maybe?
No, I didn't. They're not normals on the route. So that's kind of what caught my attention, I guess, more than anything.
Well, thanks anyway. And I appreciate what you do. Stay safe out there, and happy holidays.
Right, well, are you going to check the bus? I mean, feel free to walk back.
Yeah. I'll walk back and check everybody, or not check everybody, but check for the package.
All right. Tell me how you're going to approach these people.
I think I'm just going to walk back. be polite about it. If people are on the phone, I'll avoid it, but I'll just say, excuse me, I don't want to bother you guys, but there was a package left on this bus by Mr. Hemmecker. If any of you know him, he's a really nice guy, and it's for his wife. Has anybody seen a package in here?
So you're kind of trying to go at this very friendly. Do me a favor. Give me a wits and presence.
That's a dramatic failure.
You're walking down the aisle and you turn to this one guy and ask him your question. And he stands up and shoves you in the chest. What are you accusing me of?
I didn't say anything about you. I'm just asking if you saw a package.
Asking me if I took somebody's stuff. You see anything here? Do I have any? Do you want to check my pants?
No.
Punk.
Jeez, I'm sorry, mister. I'll leave you alone.
Gee, punk kids.
It's good enough for some, I guess. I suppose I'll just work my way down the rest of the bus if there's any more, but I'm looking to get out of the bus as quick as possible.
As you walk down the bus, after this outburst, a lot of people just flat out ignore you. A lot of them give you dirty looks as you're walking down the aisle. A couple of them, you start hearing them complain about, why are we going to be late because somebody lost their present? This is ridiculous.
Look, it's just about Christmas time. Don't you care that someone's missing their gift?
Maybe I want to get home for Christmas.
You're right. I'm sorry. It won't be much longer. I'll just if you saw anything. Did anybody see anything? Look, I'll just get off the bus and get out of your hair if anybody saw anything.
The guy you had to run in with, ain't nobody seen nothing.
Fine. Thanks for the holiday cheer, everybody.
As you make your way up the aisle, he stretches just as you go past. Almost pegs you one, but...
So, I suppose I'm going to be heading up the street a couple of blocks.
Yep. Yeah, you're about 10 blocks away from home at this point.
Man, I'm losing time. It's getting late. On this block, a couple of streets up, what's on the corner?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see if there's any groups of street children out there, essentially. That's very much the way he would think about that.
All right. Well, I'll do you a bit of a favor. There's somebody who happens to be out on patrol at this very time. And as you're making your way, Officer Theron comes walking around the corner.
Hey, excuse me, officer?
Yes, hey.
What luck?
Can I do you for?
Well, it's good to see you again first. Thanks again for what we've worked on. But I'm kind of on business and I'm kind of running out of time. So do you know Mr. Hemmecker?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Hemmecker. He helped me out with some stuff a while back. I know him.
Yeah, so his wife, he just got a gift for her and he left it on the bus. The bus driver said some kids with backpacks got off at this stop, and I have really no idea where to look for him, but I really want to help him out.
Damn. I mean, that's a real tough call, Anthony. So first things first, he would have to file a missing item report.
Yeah,
and the
but
chances of people finding that is very low. I could help you look if you want, but
it's
supposed to be on my patrol. But
yeah, well, don't let me bother you if you're busy, but the, the thing is, uh, I know he could file a report, right? And
Right.
that would probably lead nowhere. But if we can find these kids that have it, just you being there, it would be enough. And I figured, you know, wait, if you're patrolling this area, maybe you know some of the kids in this area. Maybe you saw somebody.
I haven't seen anything untoward today. But I mean, I've seen a few groups of kids, if that's what you want. I wouldn't know where to start. But I mean, if I'm patrolling with you, I'm escorting a citizen. I suppose I could take a little time out for it.
Uh, yeah, that'd be great. I I wouldn't know where to start to look if I'm honest. So
Do you have a location, anything that we could use? Maybe like a bus stop they used,
yeah,
an
the
area,
bus
neighborhood.
stop should be this one here. Honestly, at least that's what the driver described to me. It's a knife block, so it's got to be pretty big, right?
Yeah.
So if they've got backpacks and they look way overstuffed, I mean it's the end of the school year. Why would they have a whole bunch anyway?
About this time, a school bus pulls up. The doors open, and 15 to 20 junior high schoolers hop off the bus, all of them with their full backpacks bringing home their stuff from school. Hey, officer, you gonna arrest that punk? He did it! I saw him do it!
No, he's a good egg, this one. Believe me.
Yeah, that's not what you said about my brother.
I'm working on it, don't worry. All right, so you know it was this bus stop? You're sure on that?
I mean, I'm as sure as I can be. It's what the driver told me, and I don't think he would lie about this. He seems to know Mr. Hemmecker, and he seems to like him. So
All right. Well, I suppose we can take a little bit of a look around. You know, made junior detective recently, so I mean that's what I'm supposed to be good at, right?
that's right. That's right. And if I help, maybe there'll be something you can put down for my transcripts.
Yeah, I think I can do that. I think you're a good kid, so I will absolutely accept your help in this investigation.
All right.
How much time are you planning to put into this effort?
2, 3 hours, maybe.
Okay, quite a bit actually. Right.
Stammaker's a good guy.
He is. All right. Who's leading? I'm checking, it's a dance. It all depends.
That is fair.
I'd like for you to give me an intelligence and investigation roll, please.
I would love to. All right. This is not something forensics related, so I will not add that.
Nope. This is just looking for a place to start.
1, 2 successes.
All right. You know who the troublemakers are. And you know kind of where they would be. So you make your way up to a block of apartments. Kind of like the apartment block that's across from the duplex you live in, but probably not as nice. Used to be an old warehouse. They fixed it up, hoping to attract it in and make it into an artist's commune kind of a place. Gentrification, but that didn't go over so well. And so as you approach, you have several homeless people sitting outside. A couple of them look pretty high. One of them has a needle laying on the ground next to him. So,
Oh, jeez. Danny, y'all know where Reggie's group is?
No response.
I will pull out a dollar bill. Do you know where Reggie's group is?
They went to the apartment.
Okay. I'll throw it in and then start heading across the apartment block.
Okay. So you make your way down the main hall into it, and it's an interior courtyard, and the stairs go up on the inside. Again, meant to be very artsy. There's this big open area that was probably designed for easels and models, but what you've got is graffiti. There's a makeshift basketball goal. Well, makeshift's probably not the way to put it. The better phrase would be stolen basketball goal. Nobody's playing right now. There's a bit of ice out there. But as you make your way into the center and get ready to make your way up to the 3rd floor, you hear a series of whistles and clicks. And everybody who was on the balconies,
Son of a bitch. Just stay close to me, Anthony, okay?
Is it always like this around here? I try to stay away from this side.
Look, they're good people. They've had some bad run-ins with some of my colleagues. So.
All right, I guess, but I'll just stick to you.
Yeah, just stick near me would be all right. I'll head over towards Reggie's apartment.
okay. You make your way up to the 3rd floor, and you're headed down to 309. Definitely people looking out from other apartments, kind of looking through the windows to see what's going on and see where you're going. And you stop in front of the closed door of 309.
Reggie, you in there?
She don't know we're here. Just don't say anything.
I can hear you.
Shit. The door opens. There's a chain on it, so it only opens about 2 inches.
Hello.
What you need?
I'm looking for a set of knives, possibly found.
Why are you busting me up for knives?
I'm not
I
busting
don't have
you up.
I follow my probation. I don't have any weapons. No weapons.
I'm not busting you. I'm looking just if you seen anybody, set of knives. Very important that they get
I
this
ain't seen nobody.
cutlery, not switchblades or anything.
I ain't seen nobody. I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, Reggie. I'll put in a good word with your probation officer. That you are willing to help an investigation.
Give me a presence and streetwise.
Nice. One success.
He leans in. I told you, I don't know nothing.
All right. That was worth a shot.
What, this your new partner? You
No.
that Reed kid. That one that does robots and stuff.
That's right. I see my reputation precedes me.
Yeah, your reputation, pussy.
He's just helping me look for something, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
I'll put that good word in anyway.
I saw some guys come running past a little earlier. I guess I should have been more honest with you. I think you ought to go check out 312. Yeah, they went in 312, right? Yeah, they went in 312.
I roll to see if he's bullshitting me.
Yes, of course you may. And I think you're going to give me a wits and subterfuge, please.
Ooh.
And I'm going to find
my bullshit detection merit.
My bullshit detection.
Can you believe I actually forgot to get my dice out? I am sitting here now having to get my dice out because
we're working off fewer and fewer dice here. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
Really? You don't have a lot of
One
dice
success.
to use for yours?
For wits and subterfuge? No. I'm all empathy.
You don't even have to tell me what you rolled because I consider 5 ones to be a dramatic failure. And you recall having heard a radio dispatch earlier. They're watching some people who are in 312. They think they got a drug dealer that's operating out of there. So Reggie's
Really
lying
wanna-
through his teeth.
Yeah, I know about 312, Reggie. Don't worry, but that's not why I'm here. Just all right. I won't bother you no more, unless you got anything to say, Anthony.
I don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. You don't have nothing.
I want to lean over to Rebecca and say, look, I know that you paid the guy before. I don't know if that'll work here, but Mr. Hemmicker gave me a 20.
Sure. It's not a bad idea. Here, hand it off to me.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take that, and I'll sort of fold it in between my fingers in front of the door where Reggie's looking through. You sure you haven't heard anything?
You see this? She's trying to offer me. You guys got your cameras? Look,
All right.
we don't know nothing. We haven't done nothing. We're just trying to sit here at home and enjoy being out of school.
All right. Well, keep enjoying yourself then. I suppose I'll see you down at the station when you come to visit your officer.
Yeah, thanks.
And I'll wave bye. Come on,
Mhm.
Anthony, we're not getting anything.
The door shuts and you hear, I knew that stupid bitch wasn't going to do nothing, coming in here harassing me.
Oh well.
Well, I don't know. Do you have other people we can check with, or?
We could check with a few apartment blocks, but a lot of it's probably going to be the same. Reggie's usually the guy who has some hot merchandise. But it might not be a big enough find for anyone to have taken it or sold it like that. So unless we come across a few groups of kids on the way back to the bus stop, I don't know.
So, Penelope, while you're sitting at home surfing the web looking for things of interest, a dream pops up. It's a kid you know. He's provided information for you before. Yeah, him and his friend. Yeah, Reggie. Reggie's his name. And they got this video of, well, you recognize Officer Theron. You've seen her before. You actually interviewed her once a while back. And, oh, man, it doesn't look good. They're going back and forth, and she's asking them for stuff. And you can hear all these noises in the background going on. And the kid holding the phone turns around for a moment, and you see that everybody else in the room is just sitting there, playing video games. Oh, looks like they might have a beer or two among them, but not a lot going on in there. And then you hear mention of apartment 312, but you can't quite make out everything else that's going on. And the next scene is the guy holding the phone up and the officer trying to hand him a 20 in there. And through the crack in the door, you can just make out Anthony Reed standing behind him.
I will pull out my phone and probably message him. Just send Anthony a message like, what are you doing? What are you doing in 309? Is it 309?
309, yeah.
Yeah, I should just message saying, what are you doing in 309?
Anthony, your phone beeps.
I'm just trying to find Mr. Hemmicker's wife's gift. It's lost.
And you ended up in the bad part of town.
It was left on a bus. I'm trying to track it down, but Officer Theron is here helping a lot.
Do you know what's happening in 312?
Bad news. Not sure. Can ask more.
She just sends a photo of her like backpack, and she's just like, "Do you need backup?"
Thanks. If you want to, it's kind of sketchy here though.
I mean, I kind of owe Mr. Hemeka, so I think it's probably a good idea. Plus, if this ain't going on in 312, I want to see.
I'll see if Officer Theron is all right with waiting. Uh, Miss Theron.
Yeah, Anthony, what's up?
Uh, a companion of mine, a friend, a business partner, wants to come and help with the investigation. Would you be all right with that? Could we wait for her to show up? I mean, more eyes and more heads.
I'll pull up the radio on the side of my chest. This is Rebecca. Gonna be out a little longer on patrol than I thought.
What's your current location?
Apartment complex. I don't know what the apartment complex is called.
Give it a name.
Royalty Inn apartment complex.
All right. All right. We've had a report of a couple of robberies in that area. You aren't anywhere near 312, are you?
Pretty close at the moment.
Okay, there is a request here that officers do not approach that area. So, if you would, why don't you head on out from there and let me know when you're clear, and then we'll give you dispatch of who to go talk to about these robberies that have happened.
All right, over and out. All right, let's at least get down out of the complex, Anthony, and we'll continue our search.
Well, I mean, as long as you're sure. It sounded like you might have some things to follow up on, but I mean, maybe it's the knife block. I mean,
maybe. So we can always check once we get clear. But I got dispatch orders, so let's head out, and we'll meet your friend too. I could always use an extra set of eyes, right?
yeah. I should probably ask before she gets here. Would you be all right with filming?
Um,
I promise it's nothing big. It's just for documentation in the future, so that we can prove that we were part of the investigation for my entrance.
Oh, as long as I get to see it and cut it up a bit before, so I can remove anything that might not necessarily be privy to the public.
Well, I can't speak for my business partner, but I'm sure she'd be happy to work with you.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
So, Penelope, are you heading straight out?
During this whole time, she's like putting her boots on. She's like packing everything in her bag. Like before she even got the go ahead from Anthony, she's just getting everything ready. Knowing the time, I order a lot from Eddie's pizzeria, and I know usually when he's at work. Would it be around the time he'd be leaving? Like, and is the pizzeria around that? Like, can I get a lift with him? Is what I'm asking.
Why don't you find out, Eddie?
How much later is it than it was before? Because he might be heading to work by now.
Let's put you saying with the bus ride and the interaction and all this. Let's say about 4:30.
Oh yeah, that's when
4:35, yeah.
that's when his shift starts. We could say he's running a little late.
Okay. All right.
Like run in the hall, bump into you. Just are you off to work?
Yeah, I'm running a little late. Hey, you're the vlog girl, right?
Yes, pizza guy.
Yep.
Question.
Yeah.
You do me a favor?
Okay. Yes, probably. Yeah, I think so.
Could you drop me off at the insert name of building here? Building. It's close to your work, I think.
Yeah. Probably close enough. Sure. Yeah, get in the car.
Thank you. And she hops in.
Cool.
As
Okay.
you head out the front door, you see Mr. Hemmicker across the way, sitting there, his coat drawn, just kind of hunched over on the front porch. He sees you as you walk out, and he,
Don't worry, great uncle. I'm on the case.
Wait, great uncle? Is that Mr. Hemmicker?
Yeah,
Oh, you know him?
yeah. You know him?
Yeah. He's helped me out a couple times. Hey, Mr. Hemmicker.
You're right.
hey, Eddie,
Yes, sir.
we're going to call in an order later for pizza, and you know what the missus likes on pizza, so don't make a mistake like last time.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the mix-up with the olives before.
Yeah, don't put any meat on it like you did last time.
Do I know what he's talking about?
Last time, he asked you to kind of make a mistake and put meat on at least half the pizza.
Oh. Okay. Yes, sir, I won't. I'll make sure I don't do that.
The missus was really upset about that, so we don't want a mistake like that again, do we, Eddie?
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right.
I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. I'll let him know.
Right. So I'll make sure you get an extra tip for that.
Oh, nice.
That was a weird interaction, but you're running late, right?
Oh, crap. Yeah, I am. Okay. Yeah, well, let me just get the door.
She just like lugs her big bag in, hops in really
Oh, yeah.
fast, sits down.
Sorry. You can put that in the back.
It's fine. I'd like to keep it with me.
Right.
I gotta
okay.
ask about the car. What kind of car is it?
Oh, it's probably like old. It's something that was like handed down to. It's like an old like 2000 Taurus or something.
Okay, number one, when you're talking to somebody my age, a 2000 Taurus is not old.
I mean, relatively speaking.
All right.
But it's like, he has to listen to the radio because it doesn't have any like CD players or anything.
All right. Oh, I'm suffering there, man. Probably only has an MP3 player, USB thumb drive in it. Back in my day.
But yeah, he'll help her into the car and then hop in the driver's side and start it up and immediately begin speeding because he's late for work.
All right. Very good. It's a little slick out, but I think you're a pretty decent driver. Give me a wits and drive, and let's see how your trip goes here.
Okay. Let's see. So that will be, I believe, 5 dice, right? Yep. Okay, so we've got that's not a single success, and I did roll a 1. This is going great.
You are making fairly good time until you get close to the area where this housing complex is, and a guy, he looks stoned out of his mind. Looks like he probably's been living on living in the midst of the garbage bags for some time. Steps out in front of you. You slam on the brakes, but the road's icy, and you clip him.
Oh crap. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay. Just a second. He's gonna pull over and get out and run back to see if like the guy's okay.
Um,
Penelope immediately starts filming.
of course you do.
Immediately.
So you get back there, and this guy, kind of long, brownish white hair, long goatees, sitting on the side of the road, and you shouldn't have. Sonny?
I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Am I okay?
Do you need me to call like a
what is it? What is it with people that they you get hit by a car and somebody comes up and says, "Are you okay? Do you think I'm okay?"
I've heard some crazy stories.
Hospitals tend to say it's the quiet ones you need to worry about.
I mean, is anything broken or?
Yeah, I think you broke my leg.
Did I?
Yeah, but I think, yeah, a little bit of money will make it feel much better. Oh, yeah, that feels like $100. Oh.
Listen, buddy, I don't know if I've got $100 to spare. I'm gonna be honest, I'm small fry, and so is the company I work for. I can get you a few pizzas.
Pizzas, huh?
Look.
Supreme?
Yeah, Supreme. Everything on it. Large.
How do I know you're not lying to me?
I guess you probably wouldn't take Scout's honor, huh?
I knew a scout once.
I also don't think someone with a broken leg would really trade it for a pizza. And she gestures to a camera that's been filming the whole time.
Man's got to eat and I got to heal. I mean, maybe we should just call the cops. Why don't you use their phone there and call the cops, Missy?
Listen, pal, come on. Why you gotta be like this? I'm
be
sorry.
Like you hit me. You hit me.
I'm sorry. You kind of stepped right out in front of me.
All right, that's what. $50.
50. 30.
I don't know. It hurts. 30, and you better come back with those pizzas.
All right, I will. All right. He digs it for his wallet and takes out like a 20 and a 10. Pays out for the guy.
He points to a dumpster and goes, "I'm in 427B."
427B. Okay. Got it committed to memory. All right, I got to get out of here. My boss is going to be pissed. So
yeah.
You take it easy, all right?
All right. Wait for those pizzas.
He runs back to the car and gets in.
Yes,
does the dude get up and walk away?
Are you getting back in the vehicle?
I'd get it back in the vehicle, but she's not stopped recording the whole time.
Right. As you pull away, the guy stands up, picks up a cardboard box that has apparently been smashed, and pops it back out. So most likely what you hit was the cardboard box. That's what he uses to
wow.
And he walks back into the alley.
Well, I mean, I think I don't know if this would work, but I'm actually going to meet a police officer. So maybe if I show them, maybe we can get them money back. Good news is he's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's just get where you're going. You got the footage, right?
Yeah.
All right. I know where he lives, so no, I'm just kidding. Look.
I look to see in my bag to see if I have any money. If I do, I would just give Eddie the 30.
All right.
Oh, no. I can't possibly take that. Look, I'm just gonna drop you off where you gotta go. By the
Well-
way, do you have a name?
Penelope.
Penelope. Okay. I'm Eddie, if you couldn't tell by the name tag.
I got used to pizza guy. Sorry.
Yeah, pizza guy's fine. Most people call me that.
Okay.
So he'll take off again.
Mhm.
Driving a little more carefully this time.
All right. Gonna, that little interchange in the drive probably took you a half hour. So we're approaching that 5:30 time frame at this point. And you drop Penelope off outside where the officer is at, and you've seen that Reed kid. You may not know his name, but you've definitely seen him around. And I'm gonna put you guys on hold for a minute and check in and see what's happening with Harley. Harley, it's getting on towards 5 o'clock in the evening. What are you up to?
Yes, Harley didn't really make a ton of friends. She was more focused on the students, so she's going to be staying on for another semester, but she would probably stop by to see Mr. Bilkins on her way out and see if he's already left or not. They tend to
Alright.
usually take the same bus route.
Okay. And he is in his office. And how's the paper grading going?
Just about finished up here. Just got to cross a few T's and dot a few I's. He does not look up when Miss Phillips enters the room.
Mr. Bilkins?
Yes, Miss Phillips.
Oh, I was just checking to see if you were done with your paperwork.
I'm nearly finished.
Oh. How did the students do?
As abysmal as usual.
Oh. Well, I felt like many of them made improvements this semester, at least in terms of quality of health, quality of work. I'm
We are
surprised you
not
don't agree.
teaching them critical thinking anymore.
Oh, I thought that was in the curriculum.
No, apparently it's not.
Hmm.
Why are you still here, Miss Phillips?
Oh, I was just finishing up with Miss Wicks. We did a bit of a report to see how I did for the semester that I can submit as part of my documents for grad school if I choose to pursue. I was just about to leave, and I was curious if you were heading out as well. We usually don't sit by each other because you go and sit on the opposite side of the bus with me, I think intentionally, but it's about to be the break, and I figured I wouldn't see you as often. So maybe we could write together this one time.
I don't see why not.
Oh, really?
Yes, it will be quite some time before I will have to hear or see you. We can get this one out of the way.
Okay. Sounds good. That's enough, I suppose.
Miss Phillips,
Yes, sir.
if there is anything pressing that you have on your mind that you wish to seek advice or share with me,
Oh, well, always. You know, I
please
come
keep
to.
it to yourself, Miss Phillips.
Yes,
Thank
understood.
you.
If there's anything pressing or anything going on in your life that you may need advice on, I am trained in the subject. I assume this anger comes from something. I'd be happy to discover that trauma with you.
It's not anger, Miss Phillips. It is boredom.
Why don't you pursue higher academia? Perhaps you'd enjoy being a professor more.
Thank you for the suggestion, Miss Phillips.
Yes, well, I'll.
Yeah, I almost think you ought to get an attack roll for the look you just gave her.
Please don't do psychic damage to me.
Oh shit, do I have magic? Awesome.
Phillips will Genuinely just sit down in one of the desks like a student and just kind of keep your head down while you finish grading your papers.
All right. So while you guys are grading papers, Eddie's making his way to work. We have our illustrious trio of one person who actually has a badge getting ready to go about an investigation. Let's see what's going on.
Oh, you didn't tell me your friend was the famed Penelope.
Oh, I didn't realize it was going to be a problem. I apologize. My business partner does have some fame, yes.
Yeah. Well, how the heck have you been since, you know, the big one?
It's been great. It's been really good. I mean, everything has a silver lining, right? So it's been pretty good for me. But it's obviously a tragedy. It's not good in general, but it's been good for me. It's been. How are you?
Been pretty good. Nothing to complain about. Got you new detective recently. That's good.
That's really cool. If you want to keep that, you should probably stop bribing people.
We have certain powers we're allowed to use. We're allowed to give funds if they're our own or
Yeah.
someone
Well,
else's.
don't worry. I'm not going to say anything. I just they were streaming it, you know.
Oh, everyone's streaming everything nowadays. That's what I got this on for. And she'll point to the small camera mounted underneath her chest.
I like that.
Don't worry, I got it handled. But we are looking for some knives.
Yes.
And we have secondhand information that they might be in the area. I've already checked with somebody who's someone who knows more about hot items, but wasn't feeling too talkative today. So I say we give it maybe another 30 minutes or an hour, and then we just go, if we can't find anything, we just go buy a new set of knives and present that to Mr. Henniker.
I mean, I get if you need to go back to work, but I mean, Anthony, I haven't got anything to do, and I think we could just make an evening of it if you wanted to.
Well, I guess we could, but my schedule is very important to keep straight. Sensei is waiting for me, and normally around this time I help him with some of the other classes. So, I mean, if we can wrap it up in 30 minutes, ideally, that'd be great. But we do need. Look, let's just play this by ear, okay? We'll see in an hour.
Hi.
All right. Well, keep an eye out for apparently groups of rambunctious kids. But there's going to be a lot of those because school just got out. So, and stay close. This area is not the safest, and I don't want either of you kids getting hurt. So,
well, I can take care of myself pretty good, and Penelope, she's no slouch either. So,
right, yeah, yeah, just be careful, okay?
No worries. Strictly on a mission.
Right. And the thing we're looking for is apparently a knife block. So, you see anyone with one of those? I guess if they would have it out, or maybe they have gifts. I don't know. But we'll reconvene in 30 minutes and decide whether or not we want to just go get another knife block for Mr. Henniker and then hope that works, or what we want to do. Okay.
Okay.
The sun is getting lower. It is getting a little colder outside. And I'm going to ask Rebecca, what approach would you like to take for pursuing this investigation? What skills would you like to use?
I'm going to use maybe a wits and investigation.
Okay. So you're basically looking for clues at this point.
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
I don't expect to find anything. I'm more humoring them at this point. But,
Okay.
you know,
All
the
right,
kid's
well,
investigation.
go ahead and give me a roll on that.
All right. I've actually got a decent amount of dice for that one. Ooh. Let me re-roll the 10. 3 successes.
All right. As you're following around, talking to a few people that you know, several of them shy away when they see the cell phone camera going. So,
Penelope, do you have any way to maybe hide that? A lot of these people are going to be kind of uncomfortable about that.
Yeah, no worries. And what she does is she'll grab the phone, have it recording, and she'll put it in her dungaree pocket, where the top is just peeking out. It's a black case, so it's hard to even see it's happening. No light on.
Oh, very sensible solution. Thank you.
So as you're making your way around, talking to a few people, this guy comes staggering out of an alley. You've met him before. You know him. He's got an alcohol problem, lives on the streets, but outside of that, he's tries to be up and up. And you see he's carrying a crumpled cardboard box with him.
Might be a lead. Hey, Boris!
Oh, I haven't done anything. And he takes, and you can see that he's putting money in his pocket and hiding it. Yes, Penelope, you recognize him. I saw the fingers go up.
Miss Officer, I'm sorry, I've spoken to a lot of you. I kind of forgot. You're sorry. There is that gentleman over there extorted the person who drove me here. He pretended to be hit by the car using the cardboard box and essentially blackmailed him to get money and free food off of him. I have evidence to show otherwise. He got up and walked and is currently walking, and I'm wondering if maybe, good deed, we could maybe get it back.
You have proof, right? You have video evidence.
Yes.
Let's ask him about this first, and then maybe we'll.
We could just pretend that that you were looking for him, and you already know, and just evidence shows, and he has to give it back because that's the right thing to do because he was lying. So.
Yeah.
While this conversation is happening, he has turned around and headed back into the alley.
Hey, Boris! No! Come on! I'll kind of slow jog over to him.
And he holds up his hand, box in his hand. I haven't done nothing.
Boris, are you up to your old game again?
What game? What are you talking about?
I'll motion towards Penelope. Boris.
What? Did she say I touched her?
No, Boris. You know.
What is she accusing me of?
The video footage of you pretending to be hit by a car, saying you have a broken leg and now you're currently walking.
I want to report a theft. I was supposed to have pizzas delivered and he never showed up.
He's just gone to work. You were blackmailing him.
Blackmail?
Boris, you know that's not right.
Officer Becky, he hit me with his car.
Can you show me bruise marks? Anything?
He undoes his pants and drops them.
No,
public indecency.
What I meant.
And you can see there is actually a large bruise on his leg.
Shit. Thank you, Boris. You can pull your pants up now.
And I got snow in them and it's cold.
Sorry. Looks to me like he was hit, Penelope.
Not by the Boris. Is it Boris?
And he takes and shakes the box at you and says, Young lady, you just stay out of this. You weren't driving. You were in the. She's an accomplice.
I have proof.
This is a
of you
conspiracy.
extorting my friend, and
All
if I post this online, no one will ever give you any change ever again.
Relax. You're being truthful with me, Boris? You got
I have
hit by
no
a car.
reason to lie to you.
Except for money and free
I just
pizza.
got these nice boys came through and gave me this box to put my stuff in, and then I get hit with a car. Look at the box now.
I'll look at the box.
Yes. It was a box that would have contained a set of knives.
Okay. Awesome. Phenomenal. Boris, feel better? Penelope, we have a lead. Who gave this box to you, by the way?
I want my pizzas.
I want his $30 back.
All right. I'll see about getting pizzas for you, Boris. I'll see about getting some cash for you.
You took video of me and are using my personal image without permission. I demand royalties.
I have not posted it yet. I'm saying that if I did post it, it would. Miss, this is not. She is public and he's doing.
Doesn't she have to get a liability waiver or something to use my stuff?
No, as long as you're in public. You're okay. Just okay. Water under the bridge. Okay, Boris. What I need you to tell me is just who gave you that box?
Just some kids. They had a whole bunch of stuff. I asked them if they had any money, and they said not yet. But they were going to be heading back by the school, and they were going to sell some things to the teachers who forgot stuff to get for the kids.
That figures. Okay. All right. Do you have a description, by the way? General description. What do they look like?
2 legs, 2 arms, kids.
Tall, short.
Yeah.
White, black.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Boris. You've been an immense help. I'll see about those pizzas. Okay.
Yeah. I need my damn pizzas.
Yeah.
And he runs me over, and then I got this little girl telling me that I didn't get hit, and the guy says he's going to bring pizzas and the food.
I know.
We're starving in here.
I know. You've been trying to be on the up and up, and I appreciate that.
I'm going back to my apartment. Get off my property.
All right. Penelope, Anthony, we have our lead.
Are you not going to do something about Boris?
No, what am I going to do? He'd spend a night in jail, maybe, get 3 hots and a cot, and then he'd be out tomorrow.
The greater good. Justice, and he gets food and warmth.
He's got food. He just wants some pizzas, apparently, so he's fine.
Look, Penelope, maybe we got to let this one go for now.
Yeah, it's...
Besides, what's the point of dealing with that guy more? I really don't want to see any more of him than I've already seen.
Yeah, I gotta admit I wasn't expecting that. But I guess I probably should have been. All right, let me call into dispatch. And have you all ever ridden in a police car before? Do you want to?
Could I ride up front if I do? I don't want anybody getting the wrong idea.
Sure, Penelope. You don't mind riding in the back, right?
No, I've been in the back before. It's all good.
I know. Anyway, all right, let me call into dispatch, and she'll hit her radio again. Hey, this is Rebecca. We're looking into a possible set of thefts. Going to be over near the high school.
All right.
All right.
Who's we? Who's with you?
There's just some neighborhood watch people with me. They wanted to participate, so as long as they keep their distance, I'll.
You know, Chief doesn't like that.
I know. Just
don't get him in trouble.
I won't. All right.
All right.
Over and out. All right. Let's go. And with that, I do my car.
So your time has moved on. The night's going on. Eddie's got a few deliveries he pops out and makes. Back at the high school, I'm going to assume time has passed and you finished up your grading and it's time to head out. You may be muted.
Alexander mumbles under his breath and closes his laptop. Well, Miss Phillips, are you ready to go?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, well, all right, we head to the bus stop.
Okay. Bus pulls around. Guys load up on it.
Alexander takes out a small notebook and a pen and flips to a page in the middle and starts writing.
Well, what are you writing?
It's nothing, Miss Phillips. Nothing that would interest you.
Well, you don't seem like the type of man who would interest himself in nothing, so it has to be something, wouldn't it?
It is practice.
Towards becoming a professor, so you're not bored anymore?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you took the advice. She'll stop being nosy.
The next stop, a couple of young men get on with backpacks that appear to be stuffed full, and they kind of look around, and one of them looks over at you, Harley, and winks at you. And then they come in.
Really will do absolutely nothing. If they keep looking at her, she'll lace an arm to look like she's with Vilkins romantically.
Okay. You do this, and
like my boyfriend will beat you up.
They come and sit down in the row right in front of you. One of them here, and one of them on the seat on the opposite side of the aisle, right there.
What in God's name do you think you're doing, Miss Phillips?
I don't know. There's those boys, and one of them winked at me, and it made me uncomfortable. I'm still not used to being in a city. Just look like if they wink at me again, you'll beat them up.
I can do that without the grabbing of my person, Miss Phillips. Please release my arm so that I may continue my note taking. Thank you.
You hear the way he's talking to her. You need a real man.
Excuse me. Neither of us were speaking to you. Please face front. Thank you.
How's your Christmas going?
It just started.
Yeah. So he get you anything nice?
We'll see when it comes to Christmas Day.
Oh, I see, Miss Phillips. So at first you didn't want to speak to them, and now that they've acknowledged your presence, you wish to have a full-length conversation.
I'm just trying to make positive chatter with people. There's a tactic that we learn in psychology.
You have to offer, my friends. Please turn around and face forward. Thank you.
It doesn't sound to me like he got her anything. I don't think he got you anything.
Mr. Bilkins, I was trained in de-escalation, and I will let you know what you are doing
She calls
is
him
escalation.
Mr. She calls him Mr. Sweetie, you could just call me Denny. You don't have to call me Mr.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't dare to ask you out with your boyfriend here, but I will ask you.
Boyfriend? No.
See, he doesn't claim you.
I am not.
He reaches his hand out and goes, Denny Matthews.
She'll shake it.
All right. Yes.
She won't offer her name though.
And you are
Phillips.
Phillips. Is that a first name, a last name, or a preference?
That's the only name I'll be giving you. Thank you.
I think it's a preference. Yeah. We know what kind of screwdriver she likes now. Well, look. I am a businessman. And it's Christmas time. And he opens up the backpack, and first thing he pulls out is a pretty nice watch, lady's watch. So I come into things, and I like to sell them to beautiful women at a discount.
Come into things.
Yeah.
They're stolen, Miss Phillips.
Yes, that phrase
No,
typically
no,
means
no, no.
stolen.
Did I steal this? No, Danny, you didn't steal nothing. I did not steal this.
Mm-hmm.
Honest, I do not steal. I am a businessman. I purchase things for resale.
And who did you purchase this watch from?
Who do we purchase this one from? Do you remember? Was it Reggie? Yeah, we purchased this from Reggie, another young businessman who acquires things.
Yes, well, I'm afraid we are not interested in what you're selling.
Are you sure? $20.
Yes, I'm sure.
How about you? Are you going to have a nice Christmas dinner? Is this turkey going to get you a turkey or is he going to be a ham?
Are we, Mr. Bilkins? Are we having a nice Christmas dinner?
Well, we won't if there's much more of this jammering. Now, she saw your wares, and she's not interested, sir.
He reaches in the bag and pulls
failed.
out a butcher's knife and holds it up.
Ah, now you're threatening us as well.
Oh, no, it's a product. And he pulls out the rest of it, and there's a knife set, and he goes, I just thought you might be interested in a knife. And he holds it up and kind of moves it back and forth in front of your face so you can get a good look at it.
What is your name?
This is
sir?
a nice... I am Denny Matthews.
Well, Denny Matthews, I have been held at gunpoint in 2 different countries. If you think this little charade is going to scare me in the least, it will not, sir.
A boy thinks I'm threatening him. He puts the knife into the block and comes over the chair and gets just this far from your face. If I wanted to threaten you, you'd already be on the floor.
Don't test what you don't know.
He turns and just like you're not even there. So, Miss Phillips, what can we interest you in?
I'm afraid I'm not interested.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
He takes and puts the watch in your lap, takes out a business card and hands it to you and says, Merry Christmas, in case you ever decide to upgrade. They zip up the backpack and step off of the bus at the next stop.
I take my notebook out and start writing notes in it again.
Mr. Bilkins, I just learned more about you in 5 minutes than I've learned about you this entire semester. Are we going to talk about any of it?
Probably not.
What do I... This watch has to be stolen, right? I can't just keep it in my possession, do I?
I told you it was stolen. Now you can do one of 2 things. You can take that business card and that watch straight to the authorities, or you can have yourself a very nice early Christmas present that will tell you what time of day it is without pestering me about it.
Do you know where the police office is?
911 usually does the trick.
I'm not going to call 911 to report a watch.
Well, then you can search Google for the non-emergency phone number.
You ever thought about being nice to anyone?
I am very nice to my dog, Sydney.
Oh.
And at this point, the bus pulls up at your stop.
Both of ours?
Both of you. You all live in the same
Great.
neighborhood area, so.
Well, I hope your dog Sydney has a wonderful Christmas.
Thank you, Ms. Phillips.
And I will see you.
How far do you live from here, coincidentally?
Just a block. I don't walk too far.
Getting dark. I will escort you, Miss Phillips. but don't be
Oh.
grabbing my arm again. I did not
Yes.
enjoy that in the slightest.
Well, after that encounter, I realized that if I need any help fighting or de-escalating, I can probably do a better job myself, so don't worry about that.
You did just fine back there, Miss Phillips. I saw your de-escalating. Got you a very nice watch. That is most definitely stolen.
Oh, I think the fact that I have boobs got me this watch, but thank you.
Mm.
She'll step up with him.
All right. Back to our police trio. You get to the school area, and you see a couple of guys walking, carrying a heavy backpack. They see the cop car coming and turn and head the other direction.
Suspicious.
That looks pretty darn suspicious. All right, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go see about these gentlemen, and you're going to stay in the car, okay?
You say so, officer, but if we stay in the car and something were to happen,
Let's leave it unlocked.
Yeah. I'll radio for backup here in a minute. Once I confirm that the merchandise is stolen. And you see Rebecca kind of takes off a lot of her insignia, just starting to try and make herself more plain clothes.
Okay. You still got your big police belt on.
Yeah.
Taser
So
and pistol and handcuffs.
She takes the taser and the pistol out and puts them in her back pockets.
How about
Okay.
this? How about we go undercover?
that's taking it a bit far, don't you think? I mean, she's the officer. I mean, you can probably get a good angle from the car.
Penelope, I have no doubt about your investigative prowess, but these guys might be armed, and I don't know about how I feel about sending in.
I'm a little girl. They wouldn't hurt me. They have no reason to. And if they tried, I can either run or I can find something and fight back. I'll be fine.
What if they have a gun?
Then I'm not going to be any safer in a police car.
I have my windshields are bulletproof.
It's fine. I'll be fine. They won't shoot me.
No.
About this time, a young man comes walking up and officer.
Oh. I'll roll down the window. Yes.
Officer, I wanted to let you know that Denny Matthews. He sticks his hand out to shake your hand.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Rebecca's Aaron.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a local businessman. I work at the pawn shop down the road. And I had a young man bring some stuff in earlier, and some of it was a little suspicious. Is there anything you're looking for?
Yeah, we were actually looking for what did y'all say? A lost set of knives.
You know what? They had a knife set, and I thought it was odd, such a nice new set.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Let's head on down to my shop. It's just around the corner, and we'll see if you recognize if it's the one. And I always try to be honest and on the up and up, and it just made me a little suspicious when they brought this in because, kids and knives.
Right, of course. Yeah, you don't want people messing around with that kind of thing. Could be real dangerous. Sure, I think I'd love to peruse and make sure everything's on the up and up. Okay.
So you make your way around the corner and goes into the shop, and there's another young man behind the thing, and he's that knife set that young man brought in earlier. And they set it up on the counter, and it's a block, a nice set of knives. It matches the box that you saw earlier.
Fantastic. This was a previously reported missing item, thankfully, so It was
we're
smart of
always
you. to
we're
turn it
always
in.
we're always here to help. You know, I
I
run
will.
an honest business, and I want to keep it that way.
I will peruse the selection if there's anything else.
Okay.
Does anything look pretty obviously stolen?
In a pawn shop.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, it's straight up pawn shop. Yeah, okay.
Not
All
not
right.
not to begrudge pawn shops in any way. I'm just saying that in Southside Chicago, there's
My
there's
family
a
business,
reputation.
Tam.
So
It's a shame.
sorry.
Yeah, I really appreciate you handing these over. You're definitely doing the greater good, and I'm glad you're keeping your nose clean.
And then gets, oh, young lady, and he walks over, and he picks up a stuffed animal and brings it over to you, and hands you this little stuffed teddy bear. Well, it's more like a panda bear, and he hands it to you and says, he holds it up beside you and goes, "Yeah, that looks like a match for you. Merry Christmas."
Oh, thank
Wait,
you.
aren't you that the girl from the interwebs?
Stop.
Abandon me or
Not quite, but yeah, close. Beautifully abandoned. That's the
beautifully
one.
abandoned. That's it. Oh well, it's a privilege to have you in my store.
Well, thank you for helping us figure out where this knife set went. Thank you for the bear as well.
Yeah. Oh.
I appreciate it. And she will take it and examine it for if there's a camera in it.
Are you going to do this in the store in front of him?
No, she'll kind of like when he's looking away, then she'll do it. Like not like directly in
Okay.
front of him, but she'll be in the store.
It appears to just be a stuffed bear. It's a little
Squishy.
dirty.
I can wash it.
Well, thank you for having a hand in this very important investigation, Denny. I appreciate it.
All right,
As
and you
I'm
are
sure my
Officer
compatriots Rebecca,
Rebecca
Theron.
Theron. All right. Oh, do you know Santiago?
Santiago, can't say I'm too familiar. There's a couple I know, but
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, just comes in coffee, donuts, pretty regularly.
fair
All right.
enough.
Well, being it's Christmas time, I think I'm going to go ahead and close up for the night. So y'all have a wonderful evening. I
And
don't
you as
think any
well.
business is coming in here this evening. Maybe we'll pick some up tomorrow.
Right.
Saturdays are usually a good day.
Absolutely. So you have a lovely day, and thank you very much,
But,
Mr. Raymond.
just before you close up, I don't suppose you carry any bags or wrapping paper, because this was supposed to be a gift for Mr. Hemecker's
Wrapping
wife,
paper.
and
Wrapping
it's kind of
paper.
open.
Let's see just how lucky you are, and we're just going to do this as a resolving composure for luck here and see how this goes.
Yeah, 3 successes.
Not bad at all. As you look around, you don't see much, but you see a box that looks like it might be about the right size. And as you go over and look at this, it's kind of got a smell like maybe cigars were shipped in it, but it's a good sturdy box. And right behind it is this shiny kind of mylar-like material. It would make a nice shiny silver gift wrap.
These 2 items here, if I give you $10 for them, could we call it good?
Oh no, you know, Merry Christmas. Like I was telling the good officer here, we run a good, honest business, and we're good to our neighborhood. Just remember us in the future if you need something.
Yes, sir. Mr. Denny, right?
Yes, Denny Matthews. And you are? And he extends his hand to you.
Anthony Reed.
All right.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Matthews. Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you. Wow, strong man there. You got quite a grip.
Thanks, but it's really not that big.
Well, all right, Mr. Matthews, I think we'll be taking our leave. I'll let you close up your store.
Y'all have a good evening.
You as well. And help Anthony collect that material, though I suspect he doesn't need any help.
Okay. So the night's going to wear on. You have dinner. You deliver the gift back to Mr. Hemaker. He's quite pleased with that. Everyone settles in. Deliveries go on. Gets to be the time for the pizza place to close. Eddie, you going to do anything on your way home, or are you headed straight back to the apartment?
Oh man, could he have gotten? He's probably not. Yeah, I don't know. He's not gonna give that guy any. Sorry, I'm not gonna give that guy any pizzas.
All right.
He'll probably drive by wherever he just do a quick drive by of wherever he dropped off Penelope to like check and make
Okay.
sure things are okay.
Right.
On his way back.
There's not a lot going on. There's a few people laying on top of the steam vents. They've taken the trash bags and kind of made a little fort to help hold in the heat a little bit. There's a couple of people in the alley at that B apartment place. But no real attention paid to you.
All right, well then he'll I say goodnight to Luigi and then get in the car and start heading home, I guess.
All right. So everybody does their stuff, gets settled in, eventually hits bed, I assume. About, say, 2 in the morning. I assume most of you are fast asleep.
I still have to pick up my puppy.
All right. That would be just across the street. The hamburgers have Sydney ready for you, and Sydney looks happy and well fed, and Mr. Hemmicker looks very happy. Apparently they're celebrating something tonight. See a couple of presents sitting in on the cabinet.
Well, I don't want to intrude. Thank you for watching Sydney. She appears well cared for, as usual. Thank you, Mr. Hemmicker.
Always a pleasure. Florence enjoys him.
And with that, I'll take my leave.
3 o'clock in the morning. Morgan, you feel touching you on the shoulder and saying, Rebecca, your phone's going off. It's that special ring.
Oh, God. Okay. And she'll pull up her phone. And hello?
Who am I speaking to?
This is Rebecca.
Rebecca, do you know Mr. and Mrs. Hemmicker?
Yeah, I just helped Mr. Hemmicker earlier. What's going on?
You were on the programmed in their phone as their emergency contact.
Yeah. What happened?
Do you live nearby? I can send a police car around to get you. We kind of need to see you.
Oh God. Yeah. I can come. Where am I going?
Well, it's if you don't mind, I could send an officer to come and get you at this late at night, and I'd really rather not have a civilian driving.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Send someone to come grab me. I could use a chauffeur.
Yes, ma'am. They'll be there and wait, you just live down the street.
Yeah,
Um,
I can just walk there. Am I going to their house or?
wait a minute. Is this Rebecca Theron?
Yes.
This is Detective Ryland.
Ryland, why didn't you just open with that?
Well, I didn't know it was you. It just
Oh,
there wasn't a
God.
name, and it just dialed the number, and all this is coming in now that we're
Okay.
um um put on your uniform.
Fuck. Okay. All right. I'll be over. Morgan, I gotta go.
All right. I'll make coffee for when you get back. I don't think I'm going to be going back to sleep at this point.
And I'll get suited up and start heading that way.
As you make your way out the front door, the blackout curtains did a really good job because as you open the door, the street is lit up with flashing blue and red lights.
What the hell? Are you kidding me?
There is an ambulance, several police cars, a fire engine, and a hearse.
Oh, no. I'll I guess head in towards the police line, flash my badge.
You walk up. As you walk and approach, one of the other beat cops turns around and goes, "Oh, hey, Rebecca, hang on. Someone find Ryland. You need some coffee? We got some."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he reaches in the car
definitely.
and finds one. He goes, "It's just off the shelf, So,
Bucket.
right. Ah, do you know these guys?
Yeah. Hemekers are good folks. What's the situation? What happened?
I think I'll leave that to the detective.
Okay.
And a few minutes later, Ryland comes over and thanks, officer. Let's come over here away from the press.
Right. All right. What's the situation, Ryland? Say as we're walking over.
I'm afraid that Mr. Donald Hemaker is deceased. His wife Florence. Well, there's no good way to say this. We think she killed him.
That old lady, that sweet old woman, killed
I've-
Mr. Hemaker.
I wish I could say just killed. When you kill somebody, it's usually a quick thing. First news from forensic is it probably took this poor guy 2-3 hours to die.
Oh God, what happened? How did?
Well,
How did he die?
unfortunately, we can't go in. Rocco's told us we have to stay out here. Apparently, one of the paramedics went in and slipped in a pool of blood, and so they're not letting anybody go in now because it's messing up their scene. So we're gonna have to wait. Miss Hemaker is she's not talking. She's okay. Short version from what I've been told so far. The next door neighbor over here, Miss Emily Wade, heard a noise and went to check. And when she went next door, the front door was open. She stepped inside and, well, she stepped in Mr. Hemaker. And yeah, Sako's pretty upset. She apparently lost her dinner, and that kind of messed with the crime scene a little bit too. Anyway, when we arrived, I took a look. Mr. Hemaker was there, chest down on the floor, and the look on it, his face was just staring. It's surreal.
Any noticeable stab wounds, gunshot wounds, anything?
Can I call you Rebecca?
Yeah, of course.
Rebecca, there's hardly a place on the body to put together to make a stab wound. As far as we can tell, after his legs were sliced and removed, he drug himself towards the front door. And I can only assume what happened from there. They're trying to figure out wounds and everything else, but last count they said 47 cuts.
Jesus.
They're not sure if all the organs are present or not. They're looking at that. They're honestly trying to find enough bags to put everything in.
And so far, the evidence points to that geriatric old woman. You're kidding me.
She's sitting on the couch. There's what appears to be a brand new knife set on the floor. It's covered in blood. She's covered in blood. Apparently, there's a spray pattern that is consistent with her being within a foot of the spray when he was initially cut. There's arterial blood everywhere. Yeah, this is what 800 square foot apartment.
Yeah.
Forensics
exactly
is saying they've got 1,600 square feet of blood trail to cover. So we're talking roof, walls. It's everywhere.
Okay, that's a lot. Is Dominic here? Is he investigating that, or have you sent any information to him?
If you'd like to, I'll put in a call for him. No problem. But
yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we don't have much to do until they finish the initial.
Yeah. Let me check. Hey. How long are they going to be? 30 minutes. Have you found any next? Do you know their next of kin? Do you know anybody who's related to them? We can't find anything on next of kin at this point, and they've been searching.
I can't say I do. I just knew the couple, so.
Right. Well, they're doing a deep search. I'm sure somebody will pull something up.
Damn, that's so fucking awful. Okay, well, I guess we take a coffee break and wait then.
All right. And with that, we're going to take our coffee break. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Assuming I can actually get the break roll to go. There we go.
They should never have taken that out of the temple. It was consecrated ground. It was there to protect it, and they took it out. And, oh my God, what? So we have a new batch of people coming to speak to your boy Twitch. Interesting. Well, it seems the kindred I normally report on are busy and doing other things that I don't need to report and talk about. I guess they're on some sort of break. So I had to look around Chicago to find other interesting people, and can't believe I found humans, mortals. They're food. They're not. It's funny what happens when the tables are turned and those that my kind hunt become the hunters. What happens when they walk that Onyx Path? I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we? It's your boy Twitch, and stay safe out there. And once he was out, everything went wrong because he took it out of the temple, and everything goes bad because it should never leave there ever.
And welcome back. Well, we took our break. There was a murder scene being investigated. We're going to let time advance a little bit. There's a crowd forming. There is some noise and hubbub that's picking up. So it is possible that some of you may hear some of the noise outside. So I will leave it up to you. If your character hears it and steps out.
I imagine my
joins the crowd.
character's phone would have been dinging, like just non-stop about this thing going on.
Okay.
Especially anyone who knows her locally would have told her. And along with her parents potentially, you know, it's being stuck in the building, being related to them. I would I, if I was to leave the apartment, would I see the open door? Like, would I is their door open?
You'd have to walk down the hallway to the exit that would actually lead out onto the street. So no, I don't know how you're laid out for rooms. We didn't discuss the layout of where you were in the apartment. If you have an exterior facing window, you might catch some flashing lights from the street outside.
I would have been out there at like 6 a.m. to go to the gym.
Okay.
Hearing all the noise, I would probably text Penelope asking, are you up? Who am I kidding? Of course you're up. What's going on? You probably know, and I don't feel like getting out of bed.
I would send Penelope the exact same text.
I love it.
She's like sleeping. She's woken up by two dings. Like, yeah, no, she would look online, try and see if you could find it. What's been made public? I guess I should ask first. Like at that point, what has been released?
At this point, not a lot. There's some discussion that that apparently there is a body, and the rumor mill of the media is talking to anybody they can walk up to. So far they've had aliens, a gang violence. It was a drug house.
Okay.
So quite a few theories going.
All right. Penelope would just get dressed and gear up and head outside. She would attempt to wear the outfit she wore during the previous video that kind of brought her a little bit of fame in the hopes that people maybe recognize her or will actually give her more information.
Okay.
and she would just, as soon as she's like leaving her front door, just begin vlogging as she's walking out, explaining how it's just outside her street. She's going outside. She's going to ask as many questions as she can, and she's got like a bunch of cameras, so she's not going to run out of battery anytime soon. She's going for it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say it's probably at this point, with all the noise and everything going on, let's say it's about 5 in the morning. If that influences what anybody is doing. And if nobody has anything they want to add, I'm going to cut back to Officer Theron. Right. All right. It looks like they finally finished, and their half hour turned into 2.5 hours.
Okay. Well.
Okay. Cameras off. Cameras off. And so they form a line of police to kind of block the media. They've got shields up, and I mean, while they're transparent, they're just trying to kind of block the main view as they wheel out a body bag. And the shape of it isn't normal. Normal shape of a body bag is the shape of a body. This has lumps in odd places.
Jesus. What? Okay. We're gonna send it to autopsy, find out exactly everything. Oh my god.
Officer Theron, come with me. Your partner, he's occupied at the moment, but he'll be here a little bit later. But
That's fine.
He said to have you assist me for now. So
I'll work with
you.
You
Walk up to the front, and they hand you covers for your shoes. And Rylan looks up and goes, "I thought you guys were done in here. It's for your protection, not the crime scene."
Jesus. All right.
the Emmy's inside. He'll be up here in just a minute. He wants to walk you through.
We'd appreciate that.
Couple of minutes later, the guy comes up and goes, all right, so he shines a light down, and in front of you, you see an outline of blood, and where a body had laid in the middle is the only dry spot. This is where we found the main part of the body. The face was over there, and he points to a chair.
Okay.
It appears there was some kind of markings on the inside, and the best we could guess, it was like somebody took a washcloth or something and was dabbing around the inside of it.
Face.
But it's also stretched, like somebody tried to put it on or something. It's very odd. And you'll see here, if you look here, and he flashes the light down, and you see these little swirled patterns. It's like they took that same kind of a washcloth or something and tried to mop up some of the blood, or I don't know. But look at this. Look at the patterns of it, the swirling, and we're not sure what that is. It's kind of an odd look. I'm satanic ritual. I don't know at this point. I'm truly stymied. I've never seen anything like this. So he walks about 5 feet into the kitchen and goes, this is where we found the meat from the upper thighs. Over there near that sitting room that they've apparently turned into a bedroom. I didn't see anything upstairs. There's a little bit of blood splatter, but anyway, in there, that's where we found the meat from the calves. The knife set was over there. I would say the first injury happened here. It was a slow, deep wound. I say that because you can see the pooling of the blood here, and then you see the splatter, and he points up onto the roof. You can see the splatter there, and we think what happened is they took it while it still had arterial flow and kind of slung somewhat.
Yeah. And our only suspect is his wife.
It's well, and he points over, and the paramedics and Florence Hemiker, she is sitting on the couch, just looking off into the distance, her hands clenched into fists. We're going to sedate her to get her out of here. We're going to put her on a gurney and take her out and take her to the hospital. She hasn't responded to anything. We've tried all sorts of stimulus. She's just non-responsive. She's got something in her hand, but we don't want to hurt her. We're hoping when we sedate her, it'll relax and we'll be able to get it out. It appears to be some kind of a cotton mesh kind of a material.
Yeah. Okay. This is the most grisly thing I've ever seen. So right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can question Miss Hemiker, see if I can get a response. I probably can't if she's not responding to stimuli, but it's worth a shot.
Okay.
Did she have, or rather, does she have? I guess I would look at her. Does she have like blood splatter on her face, like if somebody was wearing part of the face?
Yes, she is smeared in blood. It's all in her hair. It is down her front.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just get as many pictures of everything as you can. The weapon, I assume one of those knives. Do we know which one?
Actually, there are two missing. We haven't found them yet, and we were going to ask her about it once she's stable. We don't know what she did with them.
Okay. Yeah, let me get some questions in here, and then today go to the hospital because she's probably
Rylan
at least very deeply in shock.
Rylan looks over and goes, "Yeah, you're pretty in there for a junior detective. Good job. All right,
Thanks.
you talk to her. It's kind of odd that they made this dining room into a bedroom, don't you think?"
Suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess at 80 years old, I wouldn't want to be climbing the stairs all the time either.
Yeah. We'll check upstairs. Have you already had people come to the house, or
No,
did you be the first?
they've been everywhere in here, I think. So
No sign of those two knives.
no, we didn't find anything upstairs. It's basically boxes of dust-colored stuff. We saw. I'd almost say it seems like a robbery, but there are no footprints in the blood for somebody who left. There's no windows open. There's nothing that shows somebody going out. Just the front door was open. But there was definitely somebody. There are tracks in the dust. There are smear marks and things. Somebody went upstairs. And I mean, this is old dust. There's stuff up there that probably hasn't been touched in a century. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a little extreme.
I know that's
4 or 5 decades. I mean,
do her feet match all the tracks? I would say
as you
his
look,
feet, but apparently
she's barefoot, and well, there are no shoe marks. There's not. I wouldn't call them prints. Like I said, they're more like smear marks.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, probably the same rag or whatever was used with the blood they probably used upstairs. I don't know. I mean, it may be totally unrelated. I mean, she's sitting here covered in blood, completely uninjured. I think she snapped.
It's possible, but this kind of damage from that woman doesn't quite add up to me. But
well, I understand.
You never know. People do crazy things when they're filled
I understand
with
she's quite active. She works at the library still. Her husband works at the museum. I mean, they're pretty active people.
We need to find a murder weapon. She doesn't look like she's moved for a while, so I doubt she had the wherewithal to throw it out or something like that. But check the trash just in case.
Yeah, we'll have them look around outside too. You know, front door was open. Maybe she threw them out, but I want to get the press out of here first.
Yeah, just tell them that we're not taking questions yet. there was some kind of an attack we don't know the details of. Okay?
What kind of a sick fuck cuts off somebody's face and leaves it in a chair?
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah. And an officer walks in and Detective Ryland, we found next to Ken. They live in the apartment complex across the street. Smells
Smalls.
small. Oh, you know him?
Yeah. Just saw them today, funnily enough. Get a hold of them, I guess.
No, you're coming with me. This place will wait. Come on.
Okay. All right.
If you
yeah.
know him, this is going to be hard enough to break to him.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do it. And I will tiptoe out, take off the presumably blood-covered bags now that were on my feet,
Mm-hmm.
and start heading towards Penelope's apartment.
Mm-hmm. So, Alexander, if you were headed to the gym to be there by 5, you've probably stepped out and seen this whole menagerie at this point. Harley, are you stepping outside or are you staying inside?
Yeah. If Penelope had texted me back
Mm-hmm.
and said like this looks interesting, then she would definitely step outside and try to find her.
She
Okay.
would have basically messaged back being like, I'm on it, and probably would have gotten ready to then head outside.
Cool. She'll make sure you don't get into trouble. So she'll head out and try to find you, make sure you're not filming anything you're not supposed to.
Eddie, I don't know what time you get up since you work so late at night.
Yeah. Probably wakes up a little later than maybe everyone else does, but not too bad. He'd probably step outside. I don't know if he would see anything just out there.
All right. Anthony, what are you up to? Did you hop up as well?
Considering that it's still ongoing, yeah, I'd probably get up. I can't let my only business partner go alone.
Okay. All right. So Detective Ryland and Officer Theron make their way down towards the street. He says a couple of things to a few officers about moving the line back, getting the press out of here. This whole block is becoming, an investigation scene. If they need more officers, get them down here now. Penelope, you, with your keen hearing, you definitely overhear this. And they walk across to the apartment complex across the street and step inside.
Do I see that it is my great aunt and uncle's house? That
Oh,
people are gathered
absolutely.
around?
There's no missing that. It's a duplex.
She
it's
would
theirs.
she would have stopped a police officer as she's approaching, kind of trying to hide once again the phone in the pocket trick, like trying to hide the equipment she has, and just, excuse me, what happened here?
Sorry, young lady, you'll just have to wait.
No, that's my great aunt and uncle's house.
Where'd Ryland go? Where do you live?
Donald and Florence Hemiker. I live in that apartment complex. I'm in apartment number 3.
Oh, look, there goes the detective right now. Why don't you go over there and...
She just heads over to him, just kind of lost on everything that's going on. Repeats the same spiel to the detective, just kind of like,
Okay. Well, let's see how fast you move to get through this crowd and get over there, because while they are police officers, they have guns and people will part the way for them. You might not have as much luck.
Your girl has parkour, buddy.
Well, are you planning to bounce off of people's skulls?
Oh yeah. No, she'll try and she'll try and just make her way through. She's small and fast, so she can probably make her way through a crowd.
Okay. I will actually let you use dexterity and parkour for this.
Heck yeah. Would I also add athletics or anything, or is it just those two?
Let's just go with those two. I'm already being very generous here.
Okay, that's 3 successes.
All right. You're able to make your way through. There a few people block. You actually run into Harley at one point. Do you say anything to her, Harley?
Yeah, she's
Hello.
It's the Hemikers, and she just keeps going.
Oh, she like grab her hand and just get dragged along if
And
possible.
which slows you down a little bit. But you eventually make it. But by the time you get in the front door, Detective Ryland and Officer Theron have made it down the hallway, and they're knocking on the door.
Rebecca.
Oh, Penelope. Okay. All right. I see you were already out of bed.
What's happened? What's happened?
And
Wait,
I guess
are your parents home?
Yes, they're asleep. I would have woken them up, but I didn't know it was. I didn't know
We
it was
need
there.
to we need to speak to them, please, miss.
Understandable, but I'm also a relative. You need to tell me what's going on.
we will.
We will, ma'am, but we
get
need
your
to speak
parents.
to the adults.
I am an adult.
You are. Just get your parents. Everyone should hear what happened and what's going on together. Okay?
Fine.
Thank you.
Who is it? Which one?
Just get your parents, please.
The door in the apartment next door opens, and Anthony, where the hell are you? Anthony!
Yeah.
You young lady, where's Anthony at?
Excuse me.
And what?
There is
Take care of
something
your
going
damn
on here.
cats. The apartment smells like cat piss again.
I'm gonna glare daggers at that gentleman.
I have a much bigger concern.
You guys need to
than
be
my-
quiet. It's early in the morning, and he slams the door.
Asshole.
Don't bother with it, Penelope. Do you want me to go get your mother?
It's like,
You can stay here.
Can we
Excuse
come
me,
in?
miss. Who are you?
Oh, I'm just a friend of Penelope's. If
Okay,
I
well,
need to back away, I can. I am a licensed
This is
counselor.
This is a family matter, ma'am. Maybe you
She-
could speak to them later.
She works with my mum. She's a counselor.
Miss
She's help-
Schmelz, could you please
Schmalls.
get your prints?
It's
Schmalz. I'm
Schmalz.
sorry. I apologize.
I will grab them.
Please.
Harley,
you.
I'll
Nothing.
message you, and she'll go in, and
If you'd like, Harley, your name is Harley, right?
Yes.
You can wait for us to be done, and then she can divulge whatever she wants. Okay?
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure she was okay. I don't want her getting. She has a knack for. You seem to know her, right? She has a knack for filming things. I just wanted to make sure she wasn't getting in trouble.
She is.
I'm
not.
happy to stand aside.
Right, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Of course. It sounds pretty nasty. Let me know if you need anything.
Quiet down out there. People are trying to sleep, and you hear as something hits the wall. Sounds a little bit like maybe a half-empty beer can.
Shut up, Mr. Reed.
Mr. Reed. Is that who lives there?
That is long story, but right now I gotta attend to this, and then I can tell you what we've told the media.
You will not tell them anything, Miss Theron. This is a police matter.
Yes, I can read about it. It's okay. I just want to make sure Penelope's okay.
Yeah, there's an investigation, so we'll let you know.
Understood. And Harley will step away within reasonable distance, but stay nearby.
Are you always this loose with the information? Do you really think that...
No.
I'll do the talking in here. You just be quiet.
All right, go for it.
Meanwhile, Penelope sets up cameras in the living room before waking her parents,
All right.
and then we'll proceed to.
You said she's an adult? She looks like she's
Jeez.
16?
We brought her in before for trespassing. She's an adult. She's 19, I think, or 20.
What is she like, running some kind of scam trying to catch perverts? I mean, she dresses like a kid.
Not quite. She's a urban explorer. I actually watch her YouTube channel. So.
Yes.
I know I said I wake up later in the day, but with all of this yelling
I
going
think it
on
would
outside,
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would definitely.
definitely would step outside to see what the hell is going on.
And in the hallway, you see a couple of police officers, and have you ever ordered pizza, Miss Phillips? You've probably delivered pizza to Miss Phillips before.
Okay.
Sir, everything's fine. If you could just go back in your apartment, please.
You sure? There's a lot of noise going on out here.
There's an ongoing investigation, sir. As soon
Right.
as we let the press know, you'll know. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry about the noise.
It's fine.
You can stand around like the rest of us.
Oh, maybe I'll yell too about how people are trying to sleep.
It doesn't seem to be working very well for Mr. Reed, so I don't think it'll work very well for you, but welcome to try.
Yeah. Nah, I'm good. Or, hey, haven't I seen you before?
Oh, yeah, I live right over there in the building nearby.
Right.
What has taken him so long?
I don't know. She's probably going to film this. Or at least try to.
It's Harley, my name.
Harley. Okay. My name's Eddie.
Oh.
Eddie Stevens. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you officially.
Yeah.
Do you know Penelope?
Oh yeah, the vlog girl, right?
Yes. Yes. I think her family might be involved, so if you're
Vlog girl. Is she the one that
Yes.
Oh Lord. And she's
Don't worry, I'll handle the barrage of questions.
Wait. Her family? Who in her family?
This is
Look. You seem like a nice guy. I know you're a counselor. I know you're trying to help. As soon as you walk out the front door, you're going to see it's a family known as the Hammakers. A couple of elderly people. There's been an incident. There's been an incident. And that's all you need to know for now.
Wait. I know the Hammakers too. What kind of incident? Are they in some kind of trouble?
Incident. Just something. We'll let everyone know.
They were in their 80s. I mean, they might have just passed.
No. They keep pretty healthy.
Yeah, the amount of police here suggests otherwise.
So what were you two doing this evening?
Oh, myself?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, today was the last day of school before break. I rode back on the bus with one of my fellow faculty. We usually take
about
this
what
bus
time
route.
was this?
It must have been around 5:30 or so. We stayed late to finish paperwork before the semester ended. Are you looking for any mysterious figures? There was this man on the bus who tried to offer me a watch, and it seemed like he had other stolen goods, a knife block.
We'll have someone take your statement, miss. Anything later? What do you do, sir?
I'm a pizza delivery guy. I actually saw.
You work late hours.
Yeah, I do. I work the evening shift at Luigi's Pizza. I actually saw Mr. Hemmicker just yesterday. Around 5:30.
Luigi's makes a good pizza.
They do.
Yeah, they deliver to the precinct too.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think I've delivered there a couple times.
Yeah. So what time did you get in this evening?
I was running late. I got in there around 5:30. I was actually dropping Penelope off somewhere. She needed a ride.
Oh, so you're friends with
Penelope?
We're not friends per se, but we've met a few times. She just needed help.
So are you like intimate relationship or something?
No.
Okay. So what time did you get home?
Maybe around, I don't know, 10 p.m.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Did you happen to notice if the Hemmerker's front door was open?
No.
No, you don't know, or no, it wasn't.
I don't know. I'm sorry, but Mr. Hemmicker said something to me about pizzas, about putting meat on Mrs. Hemmicker's pizza. Like how I shouldn't
Meat
do that
on.
again.
Wait a minute. Does she?
She hates
Yeah,
meat.
she doesn't like meat. Yeah, he got me to put it on there before. I guess it was like some kind of prank or something.
What exactly did he say?
He just said that I shouldn't make a mistake like last time when I put meat on her pizza, and that it would be bad if that happened again.
Did he seem scared to you? Was he like maybe?
Did he seem scared to me at the time?
I'm gonna let you play that as you wish, or you can roll to look back in your memory and see what you get out of it.
I want to roll. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna go back into your memories, so it's gonna fall under academics, and we
Okay.
will use intelligence and academics to do this.
Okay. Let me double check here. Not great, not the worst. We'll see what happens. All right. Okay, I got. Looks like I rolled an 8, so I got 1 success.
All right. You remember he was shivering and shaking, and he did seem a little pensive to you. I mean, he kept repeating the same thing over and over.
Well, he was shivering. I figured it was just cold. I mean,
So he might have been afraid, and he kept
he
saying
might have
something about
been.
meat on the pizza.
Yeah, well, he said I shouldn't make a mistake like I did last time, and he did keep saying it. I thought it was kind of weird, but
Did
I
did
don't
he
know. I was
say
running
anything
late. I couldn't.
about? Did he say anything about Mrs. Hamburger being angry or anything?
Yeah. He said that she was upset last time.
And he starts furiously scribbling notes in his book.
No,
And your
Miss
name's
Hemmicker.
your name again?
Eddie Stevens.
Eddie Stevens. All right. Thank you, Mr. Stevens. We'll probably be around to talk to you a little bit more later. I appreciate the information. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Are you sure you can't tell me anything about what's going on?
No. Okay. You say you're a pizza delivery guy.
Yeah, but
do
I
you,
am friends with him.
do you carry I mean, pizzas can be messy. Do you carry like any towels or anything around in your vehicle? Have you like loaned them any or?
I think I've loaned them any towels. No.
Okay, all right. What kind of napkins do you deliver with the pizzas? And did you deliver any? He requested pizza. Did you deliver any pizza to them this evening?
No. Actually, I don't remember him. Right. Did they actually call in like he said they were going to?
Never got a call.
No, he said they were going to call and order pizzas. Actually, now that you mention it, and they never did.
All right. Okay.
That's good,
Right.
actually. Thank you.
What time do they normally order pizza when they call in?
I mean, sorry. Would I know what time?
Player's discretion.
Late. All right. Probably around, I don't know, 7:38.
7:38. Okay. All right. Thank you again, Mr. Stevens. Officer Theron, get his contact information.
Of course.
I mean, we know where he lives, but
Yeah. If you just write your phone number down here, that'd be very much.
Okay. By the way, you guys
Yeah,
got any
sure.
you got any coupons coming out this next week?
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, this was the business card of the suspicious man that we saw on the bus. He was in the area. I don't know if it's related, but it may be worth looking into. He said his name was Denny Matthews.
Right. And he
Oh.
takes it and just immediately hands it over to Rebecca.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
And he knocks on the door.
Yeah, by then Penelope would have woken up the parents.
Okay.
She probably would have jolted them awake and told them it's like an emergency, they need to come to the door. They probably didn't take it seriously because she does this all the time.
Yeah.
But
No,
eventually says,
Penelope, what is it? Did the internet go down? I mean,
no. There's police outside. It's
Chicago South Side. There's always police somewhere.
No, it's Mom. It's your aunt and uncle.
What about them?
I don't know. There's police. There's paramedics. There's
Oh
paparazzi
no!
outside.
Were they robbed? Were they
I
robbed
don't
again?
know, Mom. I don't know. I'm
Mr.
trying
and
to
Mrs.
find
Smalls,
out. They
are you
won't
there?
tell me anything because apparently I'm not an adult.
Well, maybe if you dress like one and quit playing around on your phone all the time.
Listen, can you answer the door? Please.
Go make them some tea or coffee or something and set them down in the living room. We'll be there in a few minutes.
Fine.
Your mom says, I am not going out in the room looking like this. You take care of them. You're ready. I am going to get dressed.
Unbelievable. Okay, fine. And Penelope goes to the front door, opens it. They're going to take some time. Would you like some coffee or some tea? Because apparently this is an emergency. Apparently this is fine. What do you want? Do you want anything? Do you want to come in? Do you want to sit down?
Officer Theron, coffee would be nice.
Yeah, I'll take tea. I already had some coffee.
Okay, sure. Yeah, just something happened to my great aunt and uncle. Can't tell me anything about it. I'll just serve you tea or serve you coffee. That's fine. Yeah, I'll do that. That's great. Exactly what I want to do this morning.
Penelope, take it down a notch.
It's fine. I'll boil a kettle. I'll make a cuppa. Why not? She heads off, just fuming, trying to make something.
Well, she seems a little
rambunctious,
emotional. Yeah.
This night's not going to get any easier.
About 10 to 15 minutes pass. And your parents come out. Your father has at least put on pants and he's wearing a bathrobe over it. Your mother, on the other hand, has done her hair, put on her makeup, and is wearing a nice dress.
Wow, Mom, you look beautiful. Dad, did you have a shower? Wow, cool. Okay, there's police here.
Officer, what's going on? Could you all come, please sit down. Your parents sit down and they look over at you.
I'm not in
She's
trouble.
going
I
to
didn't
do
do
whatever
anything.
she wants. She's
I didn't
going
do
to just
anything.
stand.
This isn't about
fine.
me.
It's no, it's fine, Miss Smalls. Mr. and Mrs. Smalls, I regret having to inform you that Donald Hemaker has passed. And we have reason to believe there was foul play.
How's Florence?
She's been taken to the hospital. She's been sedated. We're having some communication issues with her. We're going to have her checked out and make sure she's okay.
She's probably traumatized. What happens? Was it a break-in? Was it a robbery? Was it
Miss I'm sorry, what's your first name, young lady?
It's Penelope.
Penelope. If you could just give us a moment, please, if you would calm down and let us Mr. and Mrs. Smalls, were they having any kind of marital difficulties? Your parents look back at each other. No, not that I. No, they got along. I don't think they ever argued about anything. And the husband looks up and, yeah, Donald would never argue with her. I don't know what the hold on him was. I assume they had a really nice, intimate life, because she said it, he did it, no questions asked. So was it like a heart attack or? No, Penelope. How old did you know? Did they have any issues going on?
I don't think so. Not really. No, not particular.
Did they have any run-ins with any local gangs?
Drug dealers, maybe?
Was there anybody who they'd gotten in an argument with recently?
Okay, look, she worked at a library. He worked at a museum. Everyone loves them. They're really not. They're not criminals. They're not. I don't think they've had any issues.
We're trying to follow every possibility, okay?
Well, you were there last night. He lost her present, and we went to try and help find it, and we returned it. Everything was fine.
What's
did it look
what's
like
this,
they were
officer?
having some kind of party? Investigating last night, we had found something that the husband had lost, and we brought it back to them probably around 9 p.m. or so. Looked like they were having some kind of get-together. Or some kind of party.
Is that a camera over there?
Yes, I told you.
Security have to be safe nowadays. All those
You
break-ins
have
going
a security camera pointed at the couch in your living room.
Yes. As a police officer, I'm sure you could understand this level of needed security. Considering you would not tell me what's going on, I can only assume there has been another break-in.
If I find any of this information out on the web, I'm coming after you for obstruction of justice. Is that clear, young lady?
I am not going to release anything until it is made public to the people. Till people know about it. Then people will know about it. I'm not going to leak any information, but I think the people deserve to know if there is a criminal on the loose. I told you the last time I was in the station that there is someone else out there who is doing crazy things.
We know.
There is someone else.
Right now, Penelope, we're working on it, okay? We're going to release an official statement to the press soon, okay? But right now we need to know if there was anything at all suspicious that you had seen around there recently. Maybe not even recently. Maybe in the last few months. Something that seemed off or out of place. When was the last time that you went to their home? Besides our foray.
So it was a little. I used to go around a lot. It was a little while ago. I made a mistake and I didn't go around much more since.
What kind of mistake?
It's just a pet peeve of Miss Hemaker.
Does she get angry easily? Just often?
No. She just has this one. She just has this one thing, and I accidentally did it, and that's it.
What is this one thing, Penelope? If you wouldn't mind.
Something to do with kids.
Just tell them, Penelope.
There's something to do with kids. I don't think she can have them. I'm not sure. But I called them my grandparents rather than my great aunt and uncle. I thought they'd be happy about it, and they took offense. So that's it. So it's no big deal.
Took offense how? Did she get angry? Was she violent?
No, she wasn't violent. She just was like upset, angry.
Upset how? Did she lash out?
No.
Did she get quiet? Did she cry?
I don't. All I know is that Donald told me to better keep my distance. That's all.
Oh, so you were warned to stay away from her because she was that upset.
You have my great aunt in a hospital because she is in some kind of shock because someone has come in and I presume murdered my great uncle, and you're trying to pin it. Look for you're wasting time.
We are examining every avenue right now, Penelope. And that includes this one.
Look, we're not blaming anyone. We're trying to find out what we can, and if we can get information that takes your grandmother out of the picture, then that's all the better.
She's an old woman. She works at a library. She's quiet. She's sweet. She's the kind of person that just bakes you cookies. I could. I don't know. What, I could try and talk to her. I don't know if maybe she's. Maybe my mum would talk to her. Maybe she'll speak. I don't know.
Well, we what do you mean? Maybe she'll speak.
Well, you said you're having communication issues.
Does she normally not communicate?
No, I'm just wondering. It might be scary having. Look, Harley talks about this stuff. She's a cat. Like people go into shock. They get quiet. They don't say things.
All right. I hate to ask this, and obviously there's no delicate way to say this. We're relatively sure that the deceased is Mr. Donald Hemaker, but I'm afraid we're going to need someone to come identify the body, so that we can be sure. And I have to warn you, there has been some trauma.
I can do it.
How old are you, ma'am?
19, but I've seen more than my parents have.
I'm sorry. I need a age of majority
I'm an adult.
So
I'm an adult. I have seen more than my parents have.
Mr. and Mrs. Smalls, did one of you want to come, or I don't know that your daughter should see this.
Well, I'm going to go. Where did they take my aunt? And Ryland's she's been taken to the hospital. Which hospital? I'll get that information, and I'll have Officer Theron here communicate that to you.
But yes, we do need somebody to come and identify the body.
Your father looks over at you, Penelope, and fine. I'll do it.
Can I at least come with for moral support?
Are you going to bring a camera, Penelope? That's your dad.
No, I'm not going to bring a video camera.
Are you going to bring any camera?
I'm not going to bring a camera.
All right. Yeah, we'll come in. All right. Well, I'll send Officer Theron around. Sorry to make you the liaison on everything here, Rebecca.
Okay.
Because they'll need to. There's some things they have to do when they first bring in this. She'll come let you know and when a good time is, and she can even pick you up and take you in a cruiser.
Yeah, so, that's no problem.
So, Mrs. Smells, I'm sure we can get a police cruiser to take you to wherever your aunt is. I have to let you know, until we get an opportunity to talk to her and find out what happened, there is going to be an officer present at all times. She's fine.
Sorry about that, but procedure.
I'm sorry to have had to bring you this news. We'll be in touch later. And he pulls out a business card and goes to hand it to your parents, and neither of them take it. So he sets it down on the coffee table.
I do the same. Now I'll hand this one specifically to Penelope. You know, you can call me.
I will.
All right.
No doubt.
We'll be in touch. And he walks. And are you two still out in the hallway, or did you leave?
I think I'd still be there for sure.
All right. If
Okay.
you're still there, then
We'd probably just
I'm
chit-chatting,
probably
yeah.
still there too.
You've probably heard my yelling.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Miss Phillips, I understand you're a counselor.
Yes. I've licensed. I'm interning. Yes.
It's. I know you're friends of the family. There will be a police authorized counselor that will be coming later, but if you wouldn't mind spending some time with them and help them, they've had some troubling news. And he pulls
Oh,
out
of
a
course.
20 and sticks it into Eddie's hand. He goes, "You're a delivery guy. Would you mind like picking him up some bagels or something?"
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Thanks.
So, thanks, good man. He pats you on the shoulder and let me know about those coupons too.
You sure about bagels? Personally, I'd spring for donuts.
Go for it.
Got as cops, we don't ever ask for donuts. There's kind of a stigma, as you might imagine. So.
You don't have to ask. I'll consider it understood.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, it's off.
So Mr. Bilkins and Anthony, both of you were kind of outside. Mr. Bilkins was getting ready to go to the gym. What happens when you step outside? You see this. By the time you come outside, you see Mrs. Hemmicker laid out on what can't I think of the word all of a sudden?
Stretcher.
This is really thank you. Stretcher. And being wheeled out to an ambulance.
I'm gonna have to rush over there and see if I can get any
You-
information.
The police will block you and no sir, no.
But I know them. That's Miss Hemmicker, isn't it?
I'm sure lots of people know them, sir. You just stay back.
Can't you tell me anything that's going on?
No, I can't. You'll have to wait for the news just like everybody else.
Yes, officer. Sorry to bother you. Just the emotion of it. I'm sorry.
Mr. Bilkins?
I recognize Mr. Reed. So Bilkins is going to walk over to where he's trying to talk to the paramedics. Excuse me, Mr. Reed. What happened here?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bilkins. I'm not really sure what's going on. They just pulled Miss Hemmicker out of the house on
Mrs.
a stretcher.
Hemmicker? Excuse me. Did you say Mrs. Hemmicker?
Yes, sir.
You there? That lady is my dog sitter. I saw her last night. What's happened here?
Just a moment. Anybody know where Ryland is? Oh, there they come out the door. Detective, your name, sir?
Mr. Bilkins.
Mr. Bilkins. Go talk to that man over there. He is the detective in charge.
Very well. Pleasure seeing you, Mr. Reed.
Do you mind if I accompany you, Mr. Bilkins? I know you don't prefer that, but I'd like to know what's going on. They're very good people.
Oh, very well. If they will allow it, you may come along.
And I look to the officer for approval.
He's like, as long as you're over there.
I've left already. I'm walking over to the other detective.
All right.
Jeez,
Whether you're
catching up.
following me or not. Yeah.
Oh,
Excuse me, sir.
there's Anthony. Just sorry.
Yes, you are.
Alexander Bilkins. The lady in
extends
that
his
stretcher
hands.
is my dog watcher.
Dog watcher. What kind of a dog?
It is a Jack Russell Terrier.
Were they? How often does your dog go to their house?
Well, I picked her up from there last night. So this is all a bit of
Oh.
a shock, considering they
time?
were all fine a few hours ago.
Excuse me, sir. What time was that?
I can't say, around 6 or 7.
6 or 7. Okay. Did you speak to Mr. and Mrs. Hemaker?
Briefly, I collected my dog. I collected my dog's belongings. Looked like they were about to have a party, so I took my leave.
Did they seem upset or unhappy?
No, everything seemed in order.
Did you speak to
In
both
fact-
of them?
Mr. Hemaker looked very pleased.
Okay. Did you see Mrs. Hemaker?
I did not.
See.
Not that I recall, no.
Okay.
What has
6
happened?
o'clock.
There's
There's been
Where
an
are they
incident.
taking Mrs. What kind of incident?
An incident.
Mr. Hemaker has passed.
Was it medical?
Well, I presume anybody who passes would be considered medical.
You know what I mean? Was it a heart condition?
We
Arthritis?
I'm
can't,
afraid-
we
diabetes?
can't release information on that just yet.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Officer Theron, please take this man's information. We may need to speak to you again, sir. Thank you very much for coming over and let us know about this. That at least answers where the dog hair came from.
Makes sense.
And who are you, sir?
That's Anthony Reed, the son of the gentleman who accosted us.
Father seems to have a little bit of an anger issue there.
No, he's just it's early and there's a lot going on. But Officer Theron, is Miss Hemaker all right?
There's been an incident. Mr. Hemaker, unfortunately, has passed.
Yeah, that's what I just heard. But we just saw him yesterday, and we just got his knives for his wife. I can't.
Wait a minute. You just got knives?
That was part of the thing I told you about yesterday.
Oh,
The
okay.
small side
Maybe you
trip.
didn't tell me enough. Well, what are we talking about? Knives.
Well, he I got off the bus after school like I always do, and Mr. Hemaker was sitting right there, and I talked to him. He said that he left his gift for his wife on the bus, that it was a knife block, and I went looking for it, and Officer Theron here helped, and Penelope was there, and we got him. We found him at a pawn shop. The people stole him and tried to hawk him, and we wrapped him up and everything, and I just.
So let me get this straight. You saw him and he just happened to look at you and say, I left knives on a bus? Did he look worried at all?
Well, when I came home, he looked really concerned. And so I went up to ask what was going on. And he said that he left the gift on the bus. And I figured I'd help him out, because he's always been such a good guy to me. And I'm sorry. I normally keep myself together better than this, but
I'll put one hand on Anthony's back and just sort of rub for a minute. It's okay. Okay.
So you said he looked concerned. Did he seem nervous or worried?
I think he was just upset that he left his gift on the bus. I mean, that's what he seemed upset about.
How did he say that he left? Did he say, I left the knives on the bus, or?
He said he forgot his wife's gift. At least I think that's what he said.
Did he say she was angry, or that he was worried she would be angry?
No. Why would she be upset? He was. Look, I don't know what was going on in his head at the time. He wanted his gift back for his wife, and we did that for him. All right.
Well, you said he looked concerned. So he told you about the knives, and
Excuse me, detective. Child is obviously upset. Can we wait this questioning a little bit so he can process what's happened here?
Excuse
Maybe
me,
you'll
Mr.
get
Bilkins.
more helpful information.
Here.
Excuse me, Mr. Bilkins. I am not a child. I appreciate what you're trying to do. I'm trying to cooperate to the best of my ability.
I understand. Yes.
Mr. Bilkins, are you Mr. Reed's guardian?
I am his history teacher.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Wilkins. We'll be in touch if we need anything else. So thank you very much. So, Mr. Reed, so he told you the knives were missing. What happened then?
Well, I got on the bus heading up the line because he left it on a couple of buses before the one that I came in on. I spoke to the bus driver. He knew Mr. Hemmicker well, apparently, and called ahead. We were able to figure out which bus it was on. And when I went
So
to...
Mr. Hemmicker asked you to find the knives.
Well, more like I offered.
So he didn't want you to go look for the knives.
Officer, I'm going to be real honest with you here. It seems like you're digging for something that isn't there.
I appreciate it. I'm just trying to gather all the information I can. When you left Mr. Hemmicker, did he go inside the house?
I don't remember. I really don't. I got on the bus and I was in such a hurry that I almost forgot to ask him what the gift even was. He had to tell me as I was pulling away.
So he was
Wait
still
a minute. Now you said
outside
you said when
got
you
on the
came up
bus.
to him, he said, "I left the knives on the bus," and now you're saying he didn't tell you what it was.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. There's a
You're
lot
not
going
you're not
on.
holding back any. Look, you're not protecting anybody. I mean, poor Mr. Hemmicker's dead.
No, sir.
I'm just trying to find out who killed him.
Yes, sir. I understand, and I would never try to hide anything from you. If something really happened to him, I want to see it taken care of just as much as anybody else. And I'll tell you everything I have. If you want, I can write it all down. That'd probably be a lot clearer. But
Yeah, that's fine. Officer Theron, I would like you to take this young man and get us in and get a statement from him. You're not under arrest. You're not in trouble. Okay. I just think it'll be easier for you to sit down and why don't you go in and let your father know? Officer Theron, go with him.
Yeah.
Mr. Bilkins, quick question before you leave. You said you got home and picked up the dog around 6?
What was your name again, detective?
Detective Ryland. And he shows you his badge number and
Yes.
hands you a business card.
Mr. Reed, I recommend you find appropriate counsel before you go and speak to these detectives.
Mr. Reed, if you wish to have counsel,
I
that
believe
can be
he
provided for you.
requires
You are
parental
not in any
supervision.
trouble.
He requires parental supervision.
Well, we're
before
going
he
to go in
delivers
right
any
now
kind-
and speak with his parent. Are you his
I
parent,
will
sir?
Just follow along and make sure you do that then. Thank you.
thank you, Mr. Bilkins.
Okay, that's fine. Fine.
Mr. Bilkins, I'm going to ask you again. What time was it you picked up your dog?
It was around 6 or 7, as I said earlier.
Was Mr. Hemmicker inside the home or outside the home when you arrived?
He was inside the home at the time.
Okay. Mr. Reed, do you know what time it was you went looking for these knives?
As I said, he won't be answering any more questions until he
Mr.
has
Bilkins,
parental
if he wishes
consent.
to not answer, he can say so.
You have the right to remain
Mr. Reed, I
silent,
counsel
obviously.
you not to answer any more questions until
Mr.
we speak with your
Bilkins, if you do
parents.
not cease and desist right now, I will have you arrested for obstruction.
How about we head inside? I don't feel like this should continue out here any further. And I feel like the course of this investigation, specifically involving you, sir, is becoming a bit intense.
Okay, all right. We'll go meet up with your father. Let him know, okay?
Yes, officer there.
Okay. You gonna stay here, Ryland, or are you going to come with us?
So Theron, I want you to find out what time this took place. They brought the knives later. Were you with them when they brought the knives to the house?
I was, yes.
Why didn't you mention that earlier? Don't you think that could be... are you holding out something, Officer Theron?
No.
You know, Dominic said some good words for you, but I'm beginning to be a little concerned.
one thing at a time. Basically, we had returned a gift that they said was
Look,
missing.
look. Just put it all on paper and leave
Okay.
nothing out.
All right, I will leave absolutely no detail out, Mr.
All right. And with that, Detective Ryland is going to allow you to take Mr. Reed inside. Mr. Stevens, I hope you found some donuts and you're returning with them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He is on his way back with donuts.
All right. Penelope, since you were planning to go in with your father to identify the body in a little while, you've got some video and stuff. There's nothing much happening right now. I assume maybe you go back to your room. Would that be fair?
100%. While she's waiting for the escort to take them, she's going to hop on her computer, and her plan is to reach out to any contacts and kind of publish on in her community kind of thing, asking if anyone was around this area at those times, local boards, stuff like that, doing her own investigation. She's not giving any information away. Also, she's not going to bring a camera, but she's going to bring her phone, which has a camera in it. So,
okay. When you walk into your room, you don't notice at first. You're kind of looking around and getting your stuff together, but then you realize one of your stuffed animals is missing. What was the one that you had on your pillow on your bed?
it was a teddy bear.
Yeah. Well, there's a teddy bear sitting there. But it's that panda bear. And the bear that you usually have is, yeah, it maybe it fell on the floor. It's got to be somewhere else.
How did it get on? She's like looking at it, like, how did it get on? I put it to get washed. What? And she just kind of quickly takes a photograph of it and kind of leaves it there, but is a little bit cautious. And then once she's, she might reach out to her parents if they're still there and just ask if they've put it on the pillow. Sorry, the cat here is going crazy.
What are you talking about, darling? We don't go in your room.
Okay, someone moved something in my room. Maybe
we haven't been in your room. We were asleep in bed, if you will recall, young lady. You woke us up.
Are we still on this? Are you aware of what happened? You know what? No. Breathe. It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm the only one who cares here. That's fine. That's fine with me.
Your dad walks up, puts his arm around your mother and says, "It's okay, honey. Don't make her have one of those fits again."
Fine. I'm just gonna assume the police came into my bedroom then while I was making coffee and tea for them because I'm their servant. And then she just goes back in the room and reaches out online.
All right, and with that, I'm going to close the chapter for this evening. So thank all of you for a wonderful first chapter. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, especially the facial expressions. They were the best. Thank you to the viewers. Thank you to Onyx Path for giving us this opportunity to stream this game. We hope you will return to us next week as we try to find out what happened to Mr. Hemiker. Was it really Mrs. Hemiker? And where the heck is that teddy bear? All right, have a
Where is Baramy? Where is he?
Oh, it's Baramy now. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening, and we hope to see you next week.